All right, guys, welcome back. It is 2022. So my very first question to start off the show, I want to say welcome, first of all. Second, I want to know where the fuck the last 2 years went.
Dude.
Someone want to tell me where the last 2 years have gone. Because we're here now, we're kicking off a fresh season. This is going to be season 2 of Two Girls, One Pod. For the record, I'm Melissa.
I'm Crystal.
We are your hosts of Two Girls, One Pod. And every now and again, we throw our friend Tina into the mix and we call it Two Girls, One Pod and Tina. She's not here tonight. It's just the two of us. But still listen. I mean, we're fun, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah,
Usually.
We're entertaining.
We're a good time. Listen, we're having a drink. It's all fucking good. I don't care what day of the week it is.
We are in our fucking, I don't know, 100th wave of COVID or something, whatever it is. It's like a winter thing now. I think that I just expect when January hits that we're just all going to be locked up. So yeah, Crystal and I are having a little vodka soda together. We haven't seen each other since New Year's Day, which is a couple of weeks ago. And we're not giving any fucks anymore, folks. You know, we love you guys, but we're not giving a fuck. We're going to have a drink and a cheers to the new year.
I'm just too tired.
Okay, couple of changes to note. So literally last year, you really froze that time, Crystal. So I thought
you did too.
Weird. Okay, anybody, if you're listening, I don't know if that skipped a beat. I'm probably not going to check it. But I just want to say we are going to make a couple of changes this year. So last year we were doing fresh episodes every single Friday. And, you know, I'm just going to say it. I think we could have been doing better. I feel like a lot of our episodes were kind of like thrown together. We definitely had some good content. But moving forward, we want to put a little bit more time and effort and thought into them. So we're not going to be coming at you every Friday, but you know, we're going to aim for bi-weekly, but realistically, we'll probably just throw out a new episode whenever we feel like it to keep you on your toes.
Yeah. So just watch, subscribe. You'll never know.
Yeah, subscribe. And then you'll wake up one morning and be like, holy shit, a new episode of Two Girls, One Pod.
I'm so surprised. Yay.
Like, share. I better tell all my friends.
Exactly.
So basically just want to make sure that we're going to be coming at you this season with good content. If there's anything specific that you would like to hear, if there's anybody that you would like to hear us interview or talk to, because we also really enjoy interviewing interesting people. I feel like our original podcast was to talk about lifestyle and parenthood and relationships, and we kind of ventured into this let's interview people we find interesting.
Pretty much, yeah.
And we're just kind of staring into that skid because it's really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I like meeting new people.
I do too. It's so much fun. So on that note, tonight, I think we're going to be talking about the fact that it is a new year and we have our new goals set. And let's get into it. Because you always hear about people and their New Year's resolutions, right? So
I can't resolve to lose weight anymore or eat healthy anymore or stop eating junk anymore. Like, here's what I'm going to tell you, man.
Okay.
It's just not fucking happening because I like food, all of it, too much to give up enjoying my food. Like, you know me, I would actually prefer to eat than drink or even anything. Legit, food is my drug of choice.
100%. I feel that in my soul.
I accept it. It is what it is. You know, I mean, there's worse things that I could be at. So I just figure, fuck it. I'll just continue on with my running. I'll have my treats. If I want to eat a box of Charleston Chews in 2 weeks, then I'll fucking do that too, which I may have done.
But here's my thing where it comes with like the resolutions. So you always see like, I'm going to lose this much weight. I'm going to, you know, quit doing this or whatever. Like I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of goal setting. And I'm a fan of resolutions, goals, whatever it is you want to tell yourself, whatever you call it, I'm here for it. Like write it down, give yourself something to strive for and then go after it. I'm all about that. But I feel like there's this huge pressure about, new year, new me, new year, no new goal. And that's fine too, because I also love the idea of like a rebirth. I do like the idea of people kind of taking a hold of themselves and going after what they want. But what I don't get on board with is like you just said a minute ago, you know, this year I'm not going to lose weight. I'm not going to stop eating junk food, because I feel like a lot of people just come around January 1st and are like, I'm going to lose weight this year. I want to be skinny. I want to be this. I want to be that. And it's like, when it comes to a real goal and actually accomplishing something, it has to be something not just that you say that you want, you have to want it in your bones. There has to be a big why. So if you're just thinking like, oh, well, I think I would look better if I was, you know, 2 sizes smaller, or I would be happier, quote unquote, if I was 2 sizes smaller, like you got to know where that drive is coming from and why you would be happier 2 sizes smaller, because it's not about a number on a scale. It's not about a size of your clothing. You know, it's got to come down to truly how you feel on the inside, you know?
Yeah. And if you're not happy in there, it doesn't matter what size you're going to be out there. You're just not going to be happy. So that's how I feel about it at this point. I have goals, but literally none of my goals are fixated around the same things that historically I have concentrated on. It's not going to be, oh, I'm going to fit into that dress by blah, blah, blah time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or, oh, I'm going to look great by whatever. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be time specific.
No, but I think it's very like important if you have a goal, like have a time specified, but exactly what you were saying, you're not going to put pressure on yourself to be a certain size by a certain date. It's all about loving yourself along the way, setting the goal in mind, keeping it in your mind, but being proud of what you accomplish while you're going after that goal. Yeah. And the other thing that I find is that a lot of people, like you say, like they do put down their resolution is weight loss, but it's like, why? Is it because you want to lose weight, or is it because you feel like people want you to lose weight? Because those are two different things too. And if you don't truly want to, if you're happy eating your Charleston chews, or, you know, me with my entire tray of cookies that I made for my kid, whatever it is, if you're happy in that situation, then like, are you quitting it because you want to quit it? Or are you quitting it because society is telling you that you need to? You know?
Exactly, because legit, I'm not even joking when I tell you, I have gotten fucking ads from Weight Watchers, everything in my Facebook feed, everything in my friggin' like my social and promotion in my Gmail. It was like Noom, Weight Watchers, this one, that one. Like, you know, are you tired of being overweight? Or are you ready to lose weight for good? And I'm just like, bitch, leave me alone. Right? I'm like, I just woke up. It's New Year's Day and you're already on me like white on rice. Fuck right off.
Yeah. I'm like, listen here, programs. If I am going to start a weight loss thing, I'm not starting that on a fucking weekend.
No, that's a Monday thing. Talk to me on the 3rd.
Come on. Or the 4th, because, you know, it takes a day to get used to it.
And it was a long weekend. So then it was like the Monday, Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and then, I mean, then we went back into lockdown again. So obviously you're going to have a couple of fucking lockdown chocolates. And
of course. Plus there was also like excess chocolate hanging around that I hadn't indulged in. So then I had to eat it all.
What do you do? Throw it in the fucking garbage? No.
Silliness. No. Like, somebody paid money for that. And it was probably me.
Yeah. And you know what? Money, guess where it doesn't grow? On a fucking tree. Yeah. It doesn't grow there. So, you know, you got to eat it, obviously. You can't put it away for later, because that'll ruin your new goal that you're trying to achieve.
Although if you hide it in a place that you're not normally hiding it, you tend to forget about it. One time I poked away chocolate in the top of my closet, but then when I found it, it was no fucking good.
Okay. First of all, I'm calling bullshit. Yeah. Because chocolate is always good, even when it's
that's true. Even when it's white,
turning white, and it's not supposed to be white chocolate. That's still good. That's
still good.
Call Piper's chocolate.
That's what I call. Came from a ration pack when I was in cadet camp, because it was probably in an MRE for 100 years.
But like, so good, still good.
It's still good. It's still good. There's nothing wrong with it.
On the topic of chocolate, and you know, everybody who's listening to this, if you're trying to lose weight, we're sorry.
Sorry. Not sorry.
You salivate? Is that
salivate? Yes.
Salivate? Okay. Sorry to make your mouth
salivate. Moist.
Thank you. I'm like, what's the fucking word? So I tried, I think it's Lindt. I don't know exactly. Drew bought home a chocolate bar like a week ago, but it was this one of those big fuckers that you see at the grocery aisle. They're like $4, but sometimes they go on like 2 for $4.
Good sale. Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, it was like, I think it was like Lindt Excellence. It was dark chocolate, caramel, and sea salt.
Oh, I love those.
Now, the only thing that would have made it better is if it was milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate, but the dark chocolate with the caramel and sea salt, oh, it was a good mixture.
I'll tell you what other one is good is the one that has the strawberry in it. The strawberry is really yummy. You don't like that? Okay.
I mean, I'm not, I'm screwing up my face just because I feel like I wouldn't like it, but I mean, if you put chocolate on anything, I'm gonna try it, you know?
Yeah.
My husband has tried that way too many times. No, I'm kidding. Oh, there's a reason he doesn't listen to this podcast. He's like, I don't want to listen to your bullshit. Your foolishness.
Right? Yeah. He's like, I listen to it daily. I don't need an extra part on my way to work.
From your inappropriate humor about our sex life that's not even accurate. I just don't want to.
Right?
Yeah. No, I don't think I tried that one. My favorite chocolate bar ATM at the moment is I'm cool. Yep, slang. Is
I got it.
You can't get it all the time. It's like a limited edition bullshit one, but it's the dairy milk because Cadbury is the best. Let's just lay it on the line right now. We're probably going to put a poll out on Instagram because it's coming to my head at this moment. But
yeah,
Hershey's, good chocolate. Cadbury, number 1.
Yeah, that's boss for sure. Chocolate.
Number 1. And anybody who disagrees, you need to go buy just a milk chocolate Hershey and a milk chocolate Cadbury and taste test because Cadbury is just better.
It's just like it melts in your mouth and it's just so delectable.
Here's what most people know. I feel like people know Hershey better. It's like it's good branding. It's branded better, so you know the name better. But let me put this in your mind.
Okay.
Mini eggs versus eggies. Mini eggs are way better, right?
Of course they are. Exactly.
Eggies, Hershey's.
Yeah, and that's the thing. See, I fully endorse this. I totally agree. I just think that in all honesty, there's something about Cadbury chocolate that not only is there delicious flavor, but there's a whole mouthfeel that happens and it's just something else. It's like a whole treat for your senses.
It really is. So yeah, my favorite one, they had one out. It was called Fireworks. It was a Cadbury chocolate bar.
Yes.
And it was basically Cadbury chocolate with Pop Rocks in it. And it was so fucking good. So you can't get it at the moment, but that is probably my favorite chocolate bar right now.
I actually really liked when I could eat it, the one with the peanut butter and pretzels in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good because it had like the saltiness of like the pretzels and the peanut butter, but then also the chocolate, and it was just, and then the crunch, and it was just so good. But of course, now I can't eat it even if I find it because I can't eat fucking pretzels. So
gluten,
fuck my life. Gluten, you're right.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So yeah. And you know what sucks about that though, Crystal?
What? Everything.
We're very much alike, so I feel confident in saying that you're a compulsive overeater.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that your gluten intolerance as a fellow compulsive overeater just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck.
You know, it does, and then it doesn't, because then what happens is that I'll find ways to work around it. So for instance, and as I was telling you and our best friend Selena about my cherry cake.
Right.
So I made the cherry cake for Christmas. I was so fucking pumped because I dies for cherry cake.
Yeah.
So good. And then I was like so worried because usually when you have like baked goods for like gluten-free stuff, it's like really grainy and like it's gritty and you don't enjoy it the same way. So it's almost like, well, if it doesn't feel as good in my mouth, I'm just going to be like, bleh. So
that's what she said.
I was waiting for it. You'll watch it back and you'll see I actually mouthed it while you were saying it. But yeah, So it just like that whole like mouth feel is not there. Like there's something gritty about it, and it feels like you're eating cake with sand in it, and it's so awful. So I use this specific brand of all-purpose gluten-free flour, and dude, I was pumped. I actually it was the same cake, and the problem with that is that it was a full huge bundt cake, and basically I ate, I would say, 3/4 of it myself. Like
that sounds right.
for breakfast.
With a coffee. You got it. If there's cake in, here's the thing. If there's
Exactly.
cake in your house, you cannot wake up in the morning and have a cup of coffee without a slice of fucking cake.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you do, you're a monster.
Exactly. So this is what was happening. I would get up, I would have my coffee, and I'd be like, you know what would be delicious with this coffee? Piece of cherry cake.
Mhm.
And you know what the best part about it is? There's cherries in it. So that's fruit.
It's basically like eating fruit salad for breakfast.
Exactly. That's what
There's
I
egg.
said.
Is there egg in it? There's egg?
Of course there is. Yeah.
Fucking-
Full
you're-
on breakfast.
There's breakfast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Coffee with that, slice of cherry cake.
Yeah.
God,
I was winning Christmas, basically.
My question with gluten-free stuff. So it's
Mhm.
great. You can do a dupe. For one, it's double the work. So still annoyed. And isn't it like twice the fucking cost? Like how
Oh
much
yeah.
gluten-free flour? Like a bag of flour is what, $4? Like
A big bag of flour.
you know what I mean? Like it's $4.
Yeah.
You probably get like a mini scoop. It's like a cup and a half of fucking gluten-free flour, and it's like $7.99.
Yeah, I bought a box that had like 2 bags in it, and the bags basically had 3 cups each. So 6 cups of flour for like $8.
like basically, oh, you're gluten intolerant? Fuck you.
Yeah, pretty
Double
much.
for everything.
Yeah. So it sucked. It was funny though, because the kids were making cupcakes yesterday, and when they were making the cupcakes, I was like, I had such an urge to like the batter. Then I was like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Right. And then Cole was looking at me, and he was like, yeah, it'd be a full-on explosion down there. And I'm like, that is incorrect. Like, because it wouldn't get that far. I would projectile vomit first.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, but if it did get that far, it'd be coming out both ends.
Yeah.
So
I'm sitting on the toilet with a bucket if I eat all this. Like,
yeah, exactly. I was like, not worth it.
I almost was at one point over Christmas. So, like oversharing alert. After the cabin.
Yeah.
So anybody listening, Crystal and I are in each other's bubbles. And if you follow us on Instagram, you know that we spent New Year's Eve together at her cabin. And when we got home, it was the next day. So it was New Year's.
It was New Year's Day
evening, actually. We were driving home from my mom's house, and I dropped my grandmother off. So I dropped her off at her house. And on my drive as I'm pulling up to her house, my daughter goes, Mom, I want to go home. She's 2.5. She goes, Mom, I want to go home. And then all I hear is, bleh. And okay. Okay. And then she starts screeching. Then all I can hear is, she's continuously throwing up in her car seat, all over herself, all over my car. My nan's like, oh my God, is she dying? I'm like, no, she's fine. Like everything's good. So I pull over. Nan runs into her house, brings out, she's like, want me to get you a paper towel? She brings out a roll of toilet paper. Cause I think she just went in and she was in such a panic, was like, oh my God, the baby. Cause we still call her the baby, even though she's,
yeah.
And I think she just went in and was like, I just need something to help clean her up. And Scarlett, of course, is just crying because she doesn't like being dirty and covered in stuff. So anyway, there I am with like toilet paper, just wiping her off. It was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Anyway, we come home and she was fine. I like stripped her down, threw her in the tub. After the tub, she was running around the house. Perfect. Put her into bed to hear, and then followed immediately by another puke. So she did that for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Every 30 to 45 minutes. After she threw up, she was fine. So we were up the whole fucking night, like all night long until it was over.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how much fucking laundry we went through. Like it was just constant, just sheets washing, clothes washing. Anyway, that was all well and good. The next day she was perfect. It was like nothing happened. And then that night I got the chills and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then I went to bed and I am a much, much bigger wuss than my 2-year-old. Like she would throw up and she was fine. I was like, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, like, man flu, how they're all like little bitches.
You have that
in my house. I do. Like, don't get me wrong. Drew doesn't want to be sick and he gets like, whiny, but like, no, I fully get the man flu in my house. So that night I went to bed and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. I think I'm going to need to sleep with a bucket. And at one point I got up and I walked to the bathroom, but I was like walking almost sideways. I was like super dizzy, like thought I was going to puke everywhere. I get to the bathroom and I was just peeing. And I remember being sat there and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm going to shit my pants and throw up at the exact same time right now. So I sang out to my husband because I was going to get him to go get me like a new bucket. And as he came in, I was like, no, okay, I'm good. I'm not going to throw up. And in my head, I just kept saying, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up. So, and anybody who's still listening, I apologize. I know this is a gross story, but as I'm walking back to my bedroom and I think I'm going to throw up and I stop and I go, fuck. And I like screamed it out. And my husband's like, if you wake up our daughter, like, because you have a tummy ache, I swear to fucking God. So anyway, and then I realized I'm like, why am I screaming right now? Like I'm such a wuss, but I just felt so sick. Didn't throw up the entire night. I don't know how I did it. I kept it all in. The next day I was like perfect.
Yeah, but there's something about being nauseous more so than like I would rather throw up than be nauseous. I just need to get it out because like at least when you throw up, there's like some sense of relief for like 5 minutes.
See, it's funny because I think Scarlett's gonna be like me because like when she lets out her cry right before she throws up, that is something that I did since I was like her age. So if I'm ever at your house and you hear me go, expect me to puke immediately after, like whatever. It's like a reflex. You know how like I don't know. It's literally like I don't control it. I'll be dead asleep and I will wake up. I will just shoot out of my bed and go, or like scream or cry for my mom. Like lots of times I've been known to wake up and be like, mommy, and then just like throw up. So, and I did it when I was pregnant. Like when I would throw up like morning sickness.
Yeah.
I would cry first. I would like, be like, I'm going to throw up. And I'd just start like, I'd scream, cry, and then I'd puke.
I don't know if I would scream, but there is a definite like pre-barf sound that I do make. I'm just like, it's like I don't even, it's kind of like a,
and then followed by,
yeah, but it's almost like a full-on exhausted, like, oh, I can't believe this is gonna happen, and then it's just like, yeah, I don't do it.
Anyway, aside from that, so I almost had it coming out both ends over the holidays, but I made it through, didn't throw up. And you know what though? It's so funny because as I was sick and like really rotted about it, back to our new year, new goals, I was like, I could really kickstart the new year with a good fucking like 5 pounds off if I can really just get this out tonight.
You know what the funny thing is I was like, you said that when you messaged us and said that Scarlett was sick, I was like, oh no. And then you were like, but we think it's just a bug. I'm like, I hope I catch it.
It's a good kickstart. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The thought
like
crossed my mind.
Dude, I haven't had a good stomach bug in fucking years.
Not that we're condoning anybody listening. Always take our shit as jokes.
Yeah.
Even though we're totally serious.
We are, but also we want to put it out there that we do not condone this as a regular habit, and nor do we
important event coming up. I mean, then throw up. I'm just kidding. Please.
No. Basically what we're saying is that we understand that eating disorders are a serious issue.
Oh yeah.
And we're not joking about it. We're not trying to make light of the situation. Well, it can be serious.
Yeah, we are we are kind of making a joke about it, but it's one of those things. You know what? Like, okay, I was watching this comedian over the holidays.
Yeah.
And he
Which one?
It's on Stand Ups, actually. It's a Netflix show. And I don't remember his name. This guy's name. There was one guy who I did remember. His name is Dusty something or other. But he was fucking like, I was crying. But this other comedian, he was also funny, but he just kept saying like, he had really, really offensive jokes. And you would love him. Actually, I thought about it. I was like, Crystal would love this guy.
Was he younger?
I think so. Yeah. Well, like our age. So yes, younger, but to like Gen Z, he was like 100. But he was making like really offensive jokes. And every time he'd say a joke, he was like, he'd go, "This is comedy. It's just comedy."
Yes.
Because I feel like this kind of leads me into our goals. But like, we have gotten to a point where like, I'm very happy that we're hyper aware of other people's feelings. Like, we needed a wake up call as a society to, there's just some things that need to be let go. Like there's certain words that we just shouldn't fucking use, and don't toe the line. Nobody, like, don't be at it. You know what I mean? Like there are topics that are extremely offensive that we should let go and put behind us and leave it. But then there's also like, we're kind of in this weird year or this weird decade or whatever, where we're towing the line between like comedy and like trying not to offend people. And it's like, but that's what comedy is.
You know what I mean? It's like poking fun at a situation, but that's the thing. The thing is that it's situational comedy, right? It's like, I would never say something that would purposely offend you, but again, we're joking around about this whole situation, like, you know what I mean? That being said, both of us are fully compulsive overeaters, and that is also considered an eating disorder. We just want to put it out there.
We 100% have had our own struggles,
right?
And maybe that's why we feel freely to joke about certain things, because we've been in these situations.
Exactly. Right.
So, So if you do have any questions, listeners, feel free to DM us on Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what you hear, turn us off. Okay. So moving into that, do you have any goals for this year? Like, what are, I know we're not doing like resolutions or whatever, quote unquote. What's up with 2022? Like what are we doing?
Okay. I've got a goal. This is going to happen this year. I've already made up my mind. This is going to happen. And I really think that you should get in on it with me.
Maybe. Tell me what it is.
I'm excited. Okay. So this year, I don't give a fuck. I am 100% hiking Gross Mourne Mountain this year. I am all about, and like, fuck this family of mine because they don't want to do shit. I'm leaving these fuckers home.
Girls trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Little weekend away to the West Coast, no children, no husbands, and we just up Gross Mourne Mountain.
Okay, I'm 1,000% in. First, I was going to have questions. Like, how long is it and all that stuff. But then you're like, weekend away without husbands and kids. So I'm like, I'm in. I'm in. If I decide not to hike, you can. Jesus Christ, everybody. We just had a little spill. It's okay. I got my
She did, not me.
I got my trusty. I'm going to clean it up. And we're going to go right back to our regular programming is what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about? Yeah. Okay. So Gross Mourne. So, even if I decide not to hike, I get way too excited. I'll just fucking go. Cause it sounds like such a fun weekend.
No, you're hiking.
But yeah, can I have some details on this?
Yeah. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's
pause that for 1 second.
Okay.
I'm going to physically pause this podcast. I'm going to get a little refresher.
Okay.
Another drink because I finished this one. Then you're going to tell me
all about
what it is, as if I wasn't even from Newfoundland, because all of our fans are international.
Oh, right.
From all over the world being like, what the fuck is gross morn? And why is it gross?
Right.
So we'll explain it. So pause.
Francais.
Okay, we're pausing.
Okay.
And we're back. Did you know we were gone? Or did it just sound like we said we were going to go and then nothing happened? And then I said, and we're back.
And we're here. So, to tell you all about Grossmorn. Grossmorn is a mountain that is on the west coast of Newfoundland, which, by the way, I will just say the west coast is the best coast because it's so much prettier.
But
I'm not joking, man.
Is the
Skeet Coast?
No.
True.
That doesn't even rhyme like beast. Beast and east rhymes way better. And it's beast because you go beast mode when you're on the East Coast.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true. So basically, this hike, so the West Coast is like all the, breathtaking mountain views and all that good stuff. Super pretty. You've been out there because you lived in Stephenville for a little bit. But not up in Grossmorn because that's more up further. And you were down.
I lived in Stephenville. It was when I went to like a university out there for like an hour.
Yeah.
I dropped out pretty quickly, and most of the time spent was like drinking.
Well, you were like 18, so nobody can fault you for that.
Had fun. Couldn't tell you shit about the town.
Right. Okay. So basically, it's like the mountain itself. There's a hike that it is 806 meters in elevation.
Okay.
Okay. So you actually have to. I have no fucking clue. So if somebody wants to math this up,
okay.
I don't know what the
centimeters. How many centimeters is it?
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, there's 100 centimeters in a meter, right? So
no, I'm cutting it off.
80,600 centimeters. I could be wrong. So anyway, so basically the whole hike takes you like 8 or 9 hours.
Okay.
It's 17 kilometers round trip.
You're losing me a little, but I'm still down for this because I've heard that it's the most breathtaking view in the world.
Yeah.
But we're going to need to trade for this. So I can see why this is a goal. This isn't just like, hey, let's go do it. This is a total goal.
Yeah, we need to commit to this and then we need to do it. The only thing I need to also figure out is whether or not I'm going to do this before or after the telly, if the telly's in the summer, because I'm doing the telly again. And my goal for that is 10 minutes faster than last year.
Well, I'm gonna do it. I feel like, would the training for this be very similar to the telly?
Not really, because I mean, you're not running up the hill. not a mountain.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is like, if you did the telly first, you're training for the telly, so like you're already in pretty sick shape. And the telly, everybody listening, boys, girls, and non-binary, and everybody in between. Mm-hmm. The Telly 10 is a local race.
Yeah, it's a race.
It's a telethon. What you would call it?
It's the Telly 10. Telly stands for the Telegram because the Telegram has always put this off. And the Telegram, for those who don't know, is the local newspaper in Newfoundland.
And isn't a telethon when you call in and donate money to?
Yeah, like the Janeway telethon, but that's not what this is.
I meant to say marathon.
In my head. Well, it's not really a marathon because it's only 10 miles, which is 16 kilometers.
So the Telly 10 is a 10-mile race for anybody.
It is.
But it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, well, like this year last year, I guess now it's 2022, Crystal. Like when we did it, there was only like 2,400 participants, and that was like half of what's normally in it.
Yeah, because it's more so like it was less because it's been like, COVID and everything.
COVID. Yeah.
Not been venturing out to their regular activities the way we would have, say, 3 years ago.
Yeah. And they delayed it by 3 months as well.
Yeah, they had it in like October. Normally they would have it in July. So
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I say do the telly first.
Yeah.
Or well, it depends on how sore you're going to be for Gross Mourn. So even if you plan and train for the telly and then you did Gross Mourn like 2 weeks before, would that fuck up your race, do you think? Or do you
No,
think
I
that
don't think so.
Although,
as long as I didn't injure myself.
No, I'm going to tell you to do it after the telly, because if you are training for the telly, you're probably going to be cut back on junk food and alcohol. Right. If we Gross Mourn, we're probably going to make a weekend out of it, and we're probably going to get really shit faced one night and eat a lot of crap.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh, yeah.
Although, keeping it real, I didn't really cut back on much junk food this year. I just did what I was doing and just lived life happily. And that's just how I'm doing things.
Well, ditto. That was the sound of my next beverage opening, because why the fuck not, folks?
Exactly.
Why the fuck not?
Live your life and just be happy. Do what you want to do, because here's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to give you some advice now that I gave Harper today.
Harper is Crystal's daughter.
She is. So she was telling me today about how she had a friend who was wanted to go to the store to buy Barbie clothes. But her friend is, around the same age as Harper, which 10, 11. And she was thinking that everybody would think that she was a baby if she went in to go and get Barbie clothes. And I told Harper this. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Nobody in Walmart gives a fuck what you're doing. They got their own shit happening.
Legit. Best, most solid advice ever. Because
it's true.
And that's, oh, man, that's so real. I love that. That kind of brings me into my goal for 2022, which is to, I guess it all kind of ties together, because I sat down like before, I think it was before we went to the cabin actually. And I had my list of goals written out in December of like what I want to accomplish this year. So I do have specific goals that I want to personally achieve, but like, I don't want to put all of them on blast. That's more so like my motivation, like this, like my why, I guess, I want to get this done and here's my reason why, whatever. But my main overall goal for 2022 is to put myself first and to stop giving all fucks. So that doesn't mean that like, I don't care about people or whatever, but like if I don't want to go to your party, I'm not going to go. If I want to have a beer on a Wednesday or a vodka soda, no boats on Sunday, vodka soda, then I'm going to fucking do it. Because, I feel like we, especially as moms, and any moms or parents, I should say, not just moms, because dads do it too. Any parents listening, we go through life. Yes, obviously our children do have to come first. Yes, you have to keep them safe and keep them alive and keep them happy. And, yes, you still have to be a parent first, but it's so easy for us to put ourselves on the back burner, literally with everything else. You know what I mean? Like how many times have I been like, okay, well, Scarlett's taken care of. She's set, she's happy, she's good. And I'll still put off shit that I want to do because I'm like, well, maybe I should also do some housework, and maybe I should cook this, and maybe I should prepare for tomorrow. And you're always just trying to be a couple of steps ahead for your role that you were kind of like, born into or whatever, like as a parent or as a wife or husband or whatever. And then it's like, well, what makes you happy? Yeah. Maybe I want to let the fucking pile of laundry sit there and go play the guitar for a little bit. Or, hey, maybe I want to not worry about having to learn this song on guitar and go put the laundry away because that's giving me anxiety. You know what I mean? Like if cleaning makes you happy, if cooking makes you happy, if going for a walk makes you happy, if fucking running on the treadmill, if playing with yourself makes you happy, whatever the fuck makes you happy,
do it.
Because
do it all.
It's like, I really think that the one thing that I guess the biggest thing that the pandemic has taught all of us is that life is so short. Yeah. It is so short, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody is promised tomorrow, and you just need to do what makes you happy, and not just what makes you happy. Like I read a quote the other day that said, you only get one life. So why are we not running toward, what sets our soul on fire? Like run as fast as you can to the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
And that's where you find peace. Right. So 2022 is where I like to call it my level up.
Nice.
We're in January, 3 weeks in, 2 weeks in. I don't even know what day it is right now, but I
Almost
already
2 weeks.
feel like, yeah, we're almost 2 weeks in January. I feel like I've already leveled up just from my attitude.
Good.
Yeah. Like I'm already feeling like, again, not this new year, new me bullshit. New year, same me, but same me on a different level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I got the mushroom.
Melissa 2.0.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
So zero fucks given and leveling up me first, putting myself first. Like,
yeah. I think that's a really good goal. I kind of like, I'll be honest with you, I kind of like equate myself to like our bedroom. And I say that like for those of you who may be listening who have no fucking clue what I'm saying. I don't know about you guys, but in my house, my bedroom is the last to get touched. Nope, I'm going to rephrase that because
I'm in over here going, that's what she said.
That's what she said. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is
cleanliness, renovations.
Yeah, like, you know, things don't get put away. They might get laid in here, or like if something needs to be just kind of like poked somewhere, well, we'll just toss it in here and we'll just deal with it later, kind of thing. Or like just close the door because nobody's going in there anyway. Like, you know, if I didn't make my bed, who gives a fuck, kind of thing. And while I agree, who gives a fuck if I didn't make my bed, do I also realize that making my bed in the morning makes me feel productive immediately?
So
yes,
I make my bed every single morning for that reason. Like,
yeah.
And I feel better like laying my folded clean laundry on the bed without
exactly. Yeah.
If the bed's made.
Yeah. So, you know, I just figure like if we think about it like that, it's like I just need to, well, the first week of January, or first weekend of January, I guess, which was last weekend, that's what I did. I actually came into my bedroom and I started sorting through the shit in here because I was like, you know what? I need to do this because this is where I know I only sleep here. Technically I'm in here right now, but whatever. Just ignore that.
Sleep and podcast, but whatever.
And because I'm hiding from my children, I love them. But they are here all of the time.
Like, I feel, I listen, can we just have a moment of silence for every mom and dad out there who is trying to fucking homeschool their kid, work from home, avoid COVID, shower regularly, work out, eat healthy, call their friends back.
I'm like, I think that I've literally spoken to you less in this last 2 weeks since the kids have been home than ever.
Selena messaged me the other day. She's like, have you been talking to Crystal lately? I was like, well, we booked the time to pod today, so she's alive.
Right? It's like, she's not dead. Good news.
Yeah. Well, her mind immediately. So our friend is a firefighter and she's dark like us. So, and I mean that like her soul is dark. So
black as it comes.
Like, yeah. So she's got a dark sense of humor. She's got, you know, and I feel like in that job, when you're in these jobs, like you need that sense of humor. So anyway, whenever one of us doesn't text her for like a couple of days, she'll be like, immediately she just assumes that we've been murdered, that like our husbands have chopped us up or we chopped them up and we're on the run or something. Like she just immediately goes full CSI. And is like, what? I haven't been talking to Crystal in a couple of days. Is she alive? Like, what's going on? I feel like she's good. Checked in with her this morning. We're going to podcast on Wednesday. All is good.
Yeah. It's so funny too. But yet the funny thing, we're the same way with her. Remember that time that she like went off grid and we were like, where the fuck is she?
So, okay. Yeah. So there was one time where she went out of town with her boyfriend for like, they just unplugged. They like went to like a bed and breakfast or something. I don't even remember what it was. And she just
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista. Yeah. So she just had like shitty service or something. She turned off her phone and I think it was one full day where she did not respond to either of us. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? Something is going on. She's dead. Jeremy's dead. We can't get a hold of either one of them. Something happened. And so we really like, we got to the point where we tracked down her sister. We were like, listen, We just want to know, have you been talking to Selena? Is she alive? Is she okay? She didn't write us back yesterday. And her sister was like, she's in Bata Vista. Appreciate the concern, but basically you girls are fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, she's not wrong. I mean,
anyway, so she was alive, and that's why we're all best friends, because our minds
right.
all immediately just go to the darkness. We're like, oh, something bad happened.
We all work the same way, and that's what happens. We feed each other's neuroses, and it's a wonderful friendship.
You know what? So far, knock on this desk, and this is not a challenge to anybody listening, but so far it's kept us from being murdered.
I agree.
Our radar goes off in sketchy situations or normal everyday such situations that everybody else thinks is fine. That we're just like, I don't know, my, kidnapping sense is tingling. So we just don't do those things. And it's not paranoia. We're alive. So
maybe I saved my own life. I don't know.
You definitely did. We all have.
And also, I don't care if you don't think this way, because this is how I think and I can't change it now. I'm almost fucking 40.
And 2022 is the year of zero fucks given. And yes, I will hike Grossmorn with you.
Yay!
And we're also going to message Tina, and we're going to force her to come with us too.
Oh, yes. We should do it.
2 girls, 1 pod, plus Tina on the road.
To Grossmorn.
Yeah. And
and we'll pod while we're there.
I think, did she take Tara there this summer when she was here? They did some really nice hike.
Yeah, it was Signal Hill.
No, they did like a pretty, I mean, Signal Hill is very pretty. They did like a really nice, I think they did Grossmorn.
I don't think they went that far. I thought that they only went they went as far as Dildo.
Dildo is a town in Newfoundland. It's a town. For anybody.
Jimmy Kimmel is the mayor.
He's our mayor. And if you don't believe us, look it up.
Look it up. Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Dildo.
Speaking of dildos, no. Speaking of, but funny thing. So I know you saw it. I have to fucking talk about this. I was reading today. I don't know if it's true. It's all alleged. So don't come at me. Did you hear about this Drake rumor?
Oh God, I knew where you were going. What the fuck?
I saw a meme. Okay. It was an Office meme. That you won't understand. So I'm not even going to explain it. But basically, and it was like a girl in the bathroom. It was, the top of it was like girl screams in the bathroom. And then the bottom picture was a picture of Jim from The Office with a packet of hot sauce smiling. And it was like Drake. And I was like, I don't get this. Yeah. I know the story in The Office, but I did not understand this meme at all. So I Google Drake and hot sauce. So anybody who has not heard this rumor, alleged thing, might not be true, but I think it's very smart if it was. Apparently Drake hooked up with some girl or something. Like Drake had a hookup with this woman,
random Instagram influencer.
Yeah, so they were getting along, whatever. They went back to the hotel room, they had consensual sex, and after he took the condom off, he went into the bathroom and disposed of his condom. And allegedly, she went in behind him after he was done to use the washroom. And the story that I read said that he heard her scream when she was in there because she had allegedly fished his condom out of the trash because she wanted to put the semen inside of her vagina to, I guess, I don't know, trap him or
impregnate herself.
And when she did, it burned and she screamed. And the allegation is that he put hot sauce in his condom after they had fucked to kill any of the semen. So it sounds like a wild, wild story. Now there's also a rumor that she is suing him.
Yeah.
because he did it on purpose to see if she would do that. Okay. So I just have to say, it's my favorite story I've read in such a long time. I think if it's true that Drake is a fucking genius and I'm proud of him. And I think if she really did that, she deserved to get hot sauce in her vagina because what the 100. Fuck is that?
Yep. 100.
And there's
Who
no way
does
she's
that?
suing him because no, like even if like how can you sue someone for putting fucking hot sauce in a condom? Like, why did you put it in your vagina? Even if
Exactly.
like he didn't say, hey, go put this in your vagina and I'll videotape it, and it wasn't a prank.
Like, she would never have had this situation happen if she hadn't put herself in the situation where she was trying to trap him into something. So you deserve that hot crotch, bitch.
My fucking mind then goes to like, how was she, and I'm like, did she take a fucking turkey baster in with her? Like, dude,
No.
like was she just, did she flip it inside out and then try to like
No, I've already got this thought out in my head.
in your hand? Do you like squeeze it like a tube of toothpaste?
And well, if she did that, then she would have seen the hot sauce.
Did she just take it and flip it inside out and like shove it in her? Like, there's
maybe so many questions. I would think that if it was me and I was going to do it, then what I would do is probably like, you know, and I've thought this out.
Of course.
I would lay in the bathtub with my legs up in the air and give it a and try to do like a loose pour.
Trying to catch it, just with your legs up in the air, just trying to like scooch in your vagina.
It's like a yeah. Sorry for all of you who can't see that, but it was gold.
Yeah, you should. Any listeners who are in the audio only, maybe like head on over to our YouTube page, because that was nice.
You shouldn't.
That was a good leg up there. But then my question is, how big is your vagina if you're just trying to like just strip that in there
like a hot dog in a hallway?
Oh boy. Anyway, I don't know if it's real. If it is, hilarious. If it's not, also hilarious. Like such a funny story.
I've got an even better thought.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if she had already been planning this and had the foresight, then maybe she brought a funnel.
But like, I mean, it's pasty at that point though. Like, how you funnel it in? Like, it.
No, because there's like, so there's like many
questions.
There's a very specific time frame, because it's like, first it's like liquidy, then it goes a little jelly for a minute, but then it goes back to liquid.
But I still feel like it would run very slowly.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like that's gonna be like, if that's not maple syrup coming out of it, it's coming out like molasses. You know?
It's like, yeah, it's like maple syrup if it was in the fridge.
So this is what I'm thinking. Did she have a turkey baster in her purse? And
maybe
like, we just fucked. I gotta go pee so I don't get a UTI, because
women, of course,
we know what's up. You gotta pee after sex so you don't get that infection.
Right.
We don't know why, but it works. So, you know, did she have a little, but all the same, if you're fucking turkey basting old cum out of a condom or fresh cum, whatever, if you're turkey basting something out of a condom into yourself, you're probably going to end up with a UTI anyway.
Yeah, you got some other shit happening there. Like,
boy, anyway, I don't know. Apparently Drake has never, commented on this.
Of course.
I'm dying for him to comment on it though. I would just want to know if it's real.
I just want to know, does he seriously think that hot sauce is the cure? That's what I want to know.
Not. What a good way to find out if she's trying.
Oh, for sure. I think it's solid.
When I heard that, I was like, sounds like she deserved it.
Does. Yeah, I agree.
I'm all girl power, but no.
But
what the fuck is that? No, like,
no.
Oh, that's just a million different types of wrong.
And when she realized then that was not her payday, then she decided to sue him for what?
Yeah, I'm gonna sue him for
putting
hot sauce in your used condom. Maybe that's how he likes to dispose of it. Maybe I actually don't have a reason behind that.
Maybe I just think if it's true, which
Good
we don't
for him.
know, good for him.
You know what?
Good for him.
Drake, this drink's for you. Can we give Drake a little cheers?
We can. I don't even like him that much.
Oh, don't even start. Drake, I like you. You're
I
good.
do. You're
You-
okay.
you know what's the thing?
What?
I feel like this is a Canada-wide pride. You can't not like Drake. You're not allowed.
I mean, I could. We don't like Nickelback.
Okay, I like Nickelback. We've been through this.
Okay, we just don't like Chad Kroger.
No, he's a great front man. He's a little bit weird looking. He's got some stuff going on, but who doesn't and who isn't? You know, we're all
Everybody
weird
does.
looking. We
That's
all
true.
have our own shit.
That's fair.
Fucking Nickelback has some good tunes. The
They do.
thing about Nickelback is they're really fun to be the butt of the joke. And the funnier thing is that we make Nickelback the butt of the joke for my husband because he loves heavy metal. So we say that
Right.
he likes Nickelback because it's so supposed to be the opposite of heavy metal, but they have some good songs.
They do
Like-
have good songs. But I will say this.
They're good.
I do enjoy most of Drake's songs. I will say that Drake's songs are on a lot of my gym playlists,
Yes.
but
Good.
I can't get on, like, and I don't know why, but I will sing it every fucking time too. But
Oh.
Hotline Bling kills me. I'm just like, this is the stupidest song I have ever heard.
I only mean one thing. I shouldn't because I don't want to get sued. But Drake can make me dance like what's the word?
Pitman.
No, an uncoordinated white girl. So good.
Yeah.
Because I am an uncoordinated white girl. I have very, very little rhythm. And I
Yeah.
can just awkwardly dance to a Drake song like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
And rap along in a really terrible rhythm. Again, I guess
Yeah.
it's the rhythm thing. I don't have any rhythm. But yeah, no, I do. I like Drake. I do.
I don't like him and I don't dislike him.
I like him
I'm
more now
indifferent.
because of the condom story.
Yeah. I will say this. Truthfully, he's not often in the tabloids.
No, there was that one thing when he had his kid, or like apparently, I don't even remember what the story was. So obviously,
Like
it
he
was
had a
like
secret kid or some shit.
yeah, but it was like I think it was in the tabloids because people were saying he was denying it, but it was like, but I think he didn't deny it. I think it just he wasn't open to the public about. I don't know the story. I didn't really look into it.
No.
Maybe we should research it for our next episode. I don't know, but I do like Drake. He's got some good stuff. He's clearly popular.
And he made some solid choices in that condom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Listen.
The condom right off the hop.
Like
Good choice. Solid. Good for you, Drake.
also the sound that night.
Yeah. Right? Protect your junk, dude.
Oh, is anybody still listening to us at this point?
I'm listening to you.
I love this conversation. I'm so happy to be back.
I know. Me too.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think he made a solid decision. If it's real and he put hot sauce in his condom and she really found out the hard way,
Good on you.
good for him, for one. Because you know what? If he was just doing that and that story had never come out, people would be like, yeah, that guy's a fucking psycho. He puts like hot sauce in his condom because he thinks women are gonna like try to steal his cum. And then it like happened and he's like, yeah, fuck you. Women are
Told
trying
ya.
to. But you know what? I believe it. It's a really believable story. He's a really successful man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like lots of people want to hitch a ride on a wagon, you know, like probably what she was
Kanye made a whole song about it.
now I want to go back. I was about to just start rapping.
Right?
Nobody wants that.
I say she a gold digger.
Nope. You're gonna stop right there.
A great song.
Fuck, good song. It's such a good song. All right. I think we need to go and listen to some music.
I'm like, I should go get on the treadmill. You
Yeah.
just see me like running.
I'll be up tomorrow morning and I will be up early, even though I've had 2 no boats on Sunday now. Hey, no boats, can you like hit us up with some free swag? Because I'm obsessed with your beverages.
I just realized I'm like, It's only Wednesday here right now. I'm like, I also have to get up early tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We fully have to work tomorrow. But if you're listening, it's Friday. So have a drink with us.
Yeah, you might as well.
Turn on some Drake and Kanye and Nickelback.
And just do it.
And enjoy your fucking weekend, guys.
Get shit done.
Two Girls, One Pod is back. It's
sporadically.
We are back randomly when we feel like it.
Right.
Because it's all about us this year. 0 fucks are going to be given. We're going to do us.
Yeah.
And we hope you stick along for the ride.
Yeah. Join us. Join us in the 0 fucks train.
Bring it in. Oh boy. Okay. So on that note, let's gear up our little music so you can see exactly how I dance to a Drake song.
Yes.
Oh, that is a I guess we'll finish off by saying, do you have anything else to say? I feel like I dominate. I keep taking over. I'm like,
I don't think so. And that's not to say it won't pop up after we're finished, but
well, if it does pop up after we finish, we can always just jump on a little Instagram story. It's why it's so important to follow us on Instagram, folks. And you know what? Maybe YouTube. Maybe we should also on YouTube just start putting up like our own little videos of our conversations that we put on like Instagram. We could record them and just throw them up on YouTube.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So if you're listening, like, subscribe, share, tag, comment,
download.
I think that's
just
all.
Find us.
Tell your friends. Like, get involved.
Yeah. I put on makeup for you people.
Yes. And I didn't, but I have like this filter on my computer that makes everything look a little softer. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's dance it out. And we're going to say goodbye.
Bye.